Good evening and welcome to Home Radio News on 99.7 FM with me, Alhassan Erasun Tajuddin and
Salif Zulfao. In the headlines, Honorable Godfrey Siedu donates mathematical sets to over 1,000 students in Wa East.
Upper West Police passes litmus test ahead of election 2020.
Mahama urges constituents to vote for Honorable Dr. Rashid Palpo.
Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia dares NDC to mention one social intervention they introduced in Ghana.
And in sports, Amin Rafik heads to Georgia on a one-year contract. You can follow us on all our social media handles on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and on the internet on www.homeradionews.com.
Now let's settle down for the details. Senior lecturer at the University for Development Studies, Dr. Godfrey Siedu Jesau, has donated an impressive 1,046 mathematical sets to candidates in the Wa East constituency ahead of Monday's Basic Education Certificates examination. The educationist turned politician is the parliamentary candidate for the NDC in the Wa East constituency and will be contesting Engineer Salif Yakubu for the 2020 parliamentary election. Here is a report filed by Osman Pelpo.
Parliamentary candidate for Wa East under the National Democratic Congress ticket, Dr. Siedu Jesau supported candidate in his constituency with a mathematical set each. Christian as one student, one mathematical set. Dr. Siedu Jesau donated a total of 1,406 mathematical sets across the constituency. The gesture formed part of his support for candidates in the constituency as a learned member from the community. Dr. Godfrey Siedu Jesau rose through the educational ladder to become a senior lecturer at the University for Development Studies Wa campus. A follow-up from Home Radio News revealed that the parliamentary aspirant has actually supported this candidate beyond just mathematical set, as transportation to exam centers and some supporting full staff were donated to some selected school on request. Dr. Siedu Jesau will go ahead on collation on course with Engineer Yakubu Salifu of MPP for the Wa East constituency. Incumbent Honorable Godfrey Bayongtan was floored at the MPP parliamentary ahead of the 2020 election. Reporting Pelpo Osman.
John Dramani Mahama officially endorses Honorable Dr. Hassan Rashid Pelpo as the parliamentary candidate for the Wa Central constituency ahead of the December elections. The former president and presidential candidate for the National Democratic Congress urged the constituent to rally behind Dr. Hassan Rashid Pelpo to bridge the widening developmental gap in the constituency. Here's a report by Alhassan Erasun Tajuddin.
The second is the vote for the parliamentary candidate. As you know, the executive, which is headed by the president, works hand in hand with the legislature, which is headed by the speaker and the members of parliament. And so all these things that I've talked about in terms of developing the Wa magazine, giving you training and all that, if we have to appropriate money to be able to do that, we need to go to parliament to get them to endorse it. And that is why every president needs a majority in parliament, so that it will make that work easier to be able to appropriate the funds to come and do the development that we want. So when you vote for me, John Dramani Mahama, you must also vote for Honorable Alhaji Rashid Pelpo. So I'm going to raise his hand so that you know that he's the officially accepted candidate for the NDC in the Wa Central constituency. And I implore all of you to give him your support. Honorable Alhaji Rashid Pelpo.
Your twin brother.
The Upper West Regional Minister, Dr. Hafiz bin Sali, has bemoaned the attitude of some personnel of the Ghana Police Service who refuse posting to the Upper West region. He said in cases where they are transferred out of the region, they leave immediately and appealed to the Inspector General of Police to end the situation. He made this known when the Inspector General of Police, James Opombueno, paid a courtesy call on him to assess the preparedness of the Upper West Police Command towards the general elections. The regional minister stated that the Upper West Police Command is under-resourced and urged the IGP to retool the command and post more personnel to augment their activities. Dr. Binsali added that the Upper West Police Command has no office accommodation since the current office is the property of the Wa Municipal, adding that the regional administration has not been able to construct a decent accommodation for the regional command. Speaking on promotion of police personnel, the regional minister noted that he has received numerous complaints about the neglect of personnel in the Upper West region in terms of promotion. He assured the IGP of his commitment to ensure the command is comfortable in the discharge of their duties to ensure peace in the region. In his remarks, the Inspector General of Police, James Opomboinu, said he is not aware of the lack of promotion of police officers in the region, insisting that the Deputy Regional Commander was deservedly promoted due to his hard work in the region. He said officers in rural areas and urban centers are promoted every 3 years and 4 years respectively, and pledged to promote all police officers who have served more than 3 years in the region. According to him, the work of the police personnel in deprived areas are appreciated and should be motivated to do the work better, while pointing out that those who have served more than 3 years in the region will be promoted in the coming days. Responding to the lack of vehicles in the Upper West Police Command, the IGP said the situation is a national concern and assured to address it as and when the headquarters receive additional vehicles. He hinted of the President's directive to the service to recruit 50,000 police personnel and said the region will receive its share as soon as the recruitment is done. Former President and presidential candidate for the National Democratic Congress, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, ended his regional tour of the Upper West region with some thematic promises on his second coming. The former president promised to retrieve all mining concessions and return them to their owners, whilst completing every single project started under his first term. Here is a summary of John Mahama's Upper West regional tour by Alhassan Irasun Tajuddin.
The debate about who has been the best managers of Ghana's economy in recent times has been a state political warfare between the ruling New Patriotic Party government and the opposition National Democratic Congress (NDC), with respective political party communicators taking turns on platforms to explain to Ghanaians how the economic outlook of Ghana has been over the years. Notable among such political comments described as a warfare in Ghana's political space has been the comments of the Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia on Ghana's economic outlook against opinions expressed by Honorable Member of Parliament for Bolgatanga Central, Honorable Isaac Adongo. One can easily be submerged in the volume of opinions expressed by these political communicators on Ghana's economy in recent times. However, the parliamentary candidate for Wa East constituency under the ticket of the National Democratic Congress, Dr. Godfred Sedi Jesao, who is a senior lecturer at the University for Development Studies, has also expressed his views on Ghana's economic performance in recent times. Speaking after the manifesto launch of the National Democratic Congress, the parliamentary candidate for Wa East said the National Democratic Congress, through the Big Push idea, will be able to transform Ghana's economy with such an intervention. He explained Ghana's economy, which is raw material driven, would be very much to thrive if value is added to raw materials before export. He made the revelation while speaking on homeradionews.com.
To earn the needed foreign exchange. So one fundamental thing we're going to do is to transform this economy into an economy that adds value to its natural resources before export. So that is contributing to changing the structure of the economy. Now, if you do that...
Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia is on a 2-day tour of the Upper West region to meet chiefs, opinion leaders, and party faithfuls ahead of the 2020 election. While addressing the people, he urged them to vote massively for the MPP government to continue the drastic development across the region. While addressing people in the Jirapa constituency, he reminded them of the tradition of the MPP. He told them the MPP originated from the Jirapa constituency and wondered why the people and chiefs of Jirapa has not been voting for the MPP. He urged them to vote for the MPP in the 2020 election to continue the massive development in the constituency. Reporting for Home Radio News, I am Alhassan Erasu. Thank you. The Vice President, His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, has challenged the opposition National Democratic Congress to show one social intervention implemented in their regime. He made the remarks while addressing Durbar of Chiefs in separate rallies across the Upper West region as part of his campaign tour ahead of the 2020 general elections. He wondered what the NDC used the $100 million to do, which was meant to invest in the north to alleviate poverty using the Savannah Accelerated Development Authority known as SADA. The last major headline. Health experts in the Wa municipality educated audience in the Upper West region on the dangers of using wrong contraceptives. Madam Yoko Letitia schooled the general public on some crucial reproductive issues on Home Ride with MC Alaska. Speaking on the Home Radio Network, Madam Yoko Letitia highlighted the need for contraceptives and how to use them.
Contraceptives, they are drugs or agents that we use to prevent pregnancy, and we sometimes call them emergency or birth controls. And we have methods. There are about 4 methods. We have the short, the long, the permanent, the emergency. And with these short methods, we have various types under the short methods, we have various types under the long methods. And as such, because of how they are, we have the emergency contraceptives that people are abusing and would like people to know how it is used. An emergency contraceptive some call Postino 2, some IUD, and then the rest. When we are using emergency contraceptive, that means your contraceptive or the family planning method you are using failed you. Example, a condom that burst during the sexual act. You can use Postino 2 as emergency contraceptive. Or a lady or a girl that is raped and nobody will welcome, you yourself will not welcome that pregnancy or the child. So you can use emergency contraceptive. So it is not supposed to be used as a family planning method or any other contraceptives. It is used during emergencies, or let's say when you know I am not supposed to have this pregnancy. So we are urging everybody to desist from the use of emergency contraceptives or replacing it with other contraceptives, because the use of it, one Postino 2 is equal to a number of combined pills, like 52 tablets put together. So they are taking overdose of some contraceptives, and it should be used once in a year. So in a year, you should encounter an emergency once and you use it. So they should get other methods that they can use, the short or the long or the permanent if they wish. That is what they want.
Up next is Sports with Osman Pelipu.
Good evening and welcome to the sports segment on Home News. My name is Pelipu Osman. Let's start from the local front. It was good news for all football followers into the Upper West region as two of their sons earned a call-up into the Black Stars side, Omar Sharif Ganso and Said Armia. On last week, we spoke to Omar Sharif Ganso and he was very optimistic of making it into the 23-man squad. And we wish him all the best in his football journey. From there, I take you straight to Georgia. A former player of Wasunta Sporting Club known as CR7, born and bred as Aminu Rafik. He's currently with Georgia side 1906, and he also promised to take the flag of Upper West higher. He is there with Francis Yaga and Bawa Isaac. From there, we come to the Wa Sports Stadium, known as the Wa Malik Jabir Sports Stadium. And yesterday, they saw a facelift while the grasses were being cleared towards the 2021 Super Fantastic Ghana Premier League, hosted to Wasunta Sporting Club and a lot of Division 2 clubs. They are getting ready for the 2021 League in Ghana football. And from there, we go to the camp of Dream FC, the Still Believe boys. Yesterday, they set the internet agog with a signing of a goal puncher, a goal monger, a monster in front of goals known as Armia Boateng. Armia Boateng is a tall, lanky striker that has played for the likes of Nzima Kotoko. He has made close to 60 appearances and scoring close to 40 goals. He was the top scorer for the Division 1 outfit Nzima Kotoko with 10 goals. And then from there, we move to the camp of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, the Red Army of Ghana football. They are on the verge of parting with some of their key players and bringing in new faces to help the Red Army of Ghana football. The likes of Apim Danko, Kelvin Ando are all showing the exit to find a new club. And on the international front, Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Alvaro, CR7 for short, scored his 100th goal for Portugal in the ongoing UEFA Nation League. 2 goals in the game for Cristiano Ronaldo. The footballing icon is on the verge of making history. My name is Pelpo Osman.
And in the world of entertainment, 2020 representative for Upper West, GMB Male, is set to impact her community with new standing programs led by the Waste Recycling Program. Musa Hamdallah, DJ Selector, comes your way with entertainment news.
Yes, entertainment news with me, Musa Hamdallah, affectionately DJ Selector. Multi-talented Best Gali has extended his lyrical powers onto the national level with an impressive performance at the audition of the 2020 MTN Hitmaker in Kumasi in the Ashanti region. The versatile artist feasted on the rare opportunity to make Upper West proud once again and expected to earn a place in the qualified artist when the main event takes off.
Reused products out of waste products, and my aim was to make Upper West a very clean country or a very clean region. I see us as a country, like we're big.
And you think is that easy?
It's not that easy. It's not that easy. Trust me, because I know the angle of which I'm coming from, and I've made my necessary research, and I have taken the opportunity. I really want to embark on it. I've taken that responsibility on my shoulders. That is why after my eviction, I laid low. People thought I was maybe crying or being in my room, but actually I was working hard. I want to see that dream in process. So it's not only to make Upper West a clean region, but also to create employment for the youth out here, because recycling is something very big. I've actually seen a lot of work from that. I've seen it personally, where people make houses from recycled stuff, decoration, they export like products that are made from recycled stuff outside the country. And if I can see someone doing that, why can't I also empower my region youth to also impact in certain thing like that? And I'm actually ready. I am writing to the necessary people in Accra. So I just came home quick to show my appreciation and gratitude for all the help they've given to me through my manager, and to just tell them that I am not actually sitting down or laying low, and everyone shouldn't be sad about the eviction. It has happened, and we don't know why it did happen, or it happened at this early stage, but they should just be expecting what I'm going to do. And my
We say a very big to Sani Ishmael Abacha, and to all presenters of Home Radio 99.7 FM.
Stay safe and as always, be good.